Guys, girls, goblins, welcome back to Controllers and Katanas. I'm Ian, joined with Martin, and we're just going to chit-chat. Just chit-chat like we normally do. We've got a little bit of anime. The season's obviously ended. Spring season is done. And the last episode of Lazarus is the nail in the coffin for that season. And then we're starting the new season straight away today. Summer season start with Lord of Mystery as a new Chinese anime. A Danhua adaptation, which we'll get to in a minute. And we've got some Squid Games, few games, and we're going to look forward at the summer anime season, which could possibly be the strongest anime season in this podcast's history, because it is stacked with good content. So grab yourself some snacks, get a drink, get the kettle on, just enjoy the ride. What's saying, Martin? How you doing today, mate? You all good?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. All good. Ready to talk about some more anime, as always.
Shall we tell the viewers about the food wars at work?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, at work, we have two COD vans turn up, usually at the same time. But the other day, we had 3 turn up.
And when we say at the same time, we got fat boys, we got oggies. They're the regos, mate. If you want a Greg sausage roll, fat boys is you want to go to. Anything else, oggies is the one. Realistically, right? Oggies comes up outside of our work. Outside of next door. Fat Boys comes out in front of that. We had Mr. Mustards, mate. Mr. Mustards rolled up yesterday in front of Howden's next door to our work. Oggies comes straight up behind that and Fat Boys rolls in as well. I ran down there, phone in hand, ready, because I thought there's going to be a war breaking out anytime soon now. There's going to be a big war anytime soon. Luckily, they was all pretty friendly, but I'm hoping there's some turf war kicking off here, mate. Some Saints Row level stuff's going to happen, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, when I went out, I was like, I'll try this new one, Mr. Mustard, see what it's all about. Spent like, I don't know, 4 quid, 5 quid, I can't remember what it was, on this like breakfast wrap. Crap, mate.
Was it rubbish?
But yeah, it's terrible, mate. It was
Oggies is best, isn't it, mate?
What I love though is like, like there's a woman who turns up for Fat Boys. And she's like, you can tell she's like jealous, like because everyone's gone through the band. She's like
that, isn't she?
Oh, what are you selling? What are you selling? Oh,
dead lad, isn't she? I get paid anyway.
Get out.
She's only doing it because she's like fuming that people aren't going to her.
Yeah, and you're like buying your stuff, like feeling guilty. Like, there's a war.
Oggies is better, mate. The woman at Oggies is just nicer as well. She's like dead polite, isn't she?
Yeah, she shouldn't really say a lot, but yeah, she's dead polite.
That's exactly why I like her.
You
don't need much interaction. You need, morning, how you doing? You alright? Yeah. There you go, that's that. Oh, that's £3.85. Alright, nice one, there you go.
Short and sweet, innit? Keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, that woman, I miss the OG, the fat boy, like the big man. He's a legend, he is, isn't he?
I don't think the company's named after that guy. But...
He lives in Spondon, you know. I drive past his house every day on the way back from work, you know.
Yeah.
With that, there's like two free fat boy vans like parked outside his house.
Big thing, isn't it? Big franchise, isn't it?
Yeah, big massive franchise, mate. In partnership with Greg's, mate, so they got to be big, haven't they?
When payday hits, mate, they're around, aren't they?
But I just thought it was relevant for the anime that you've been watching. Your Food Wars, mate.
Yeah, Food Wars. I'm watching at the moment. I'm near the end of season 1. I've been smashing it. But the food in that, like, I'm going to do a short on it. Like, the food is ridiculous. Like, when you're watching it, you're like, oh, mate, I feel so hungry. Because you literally go through all these different meals and menus and stuff like that from different cultures. And I'm just there like, oh, mate. Like, I've just eaten and I see this, like, food on there. I'm just like... And you know how anime food looks.
Oh, it looks 90% of the time, it's unreal, isn't it? Like, really is.
Oh, yeah, but I smashing through that. I've finished season 1 of Code Geass. But yeah, there's so much anime out there. I'm really enjoying what we're watching at the moment. So, I say we're enjoying what I'm watching at the moment. Let's talk about our first show, the finale of Lazarus.
One of the dumbest shows we've watched on this, easily, mate. They're just because... Right, so, straight away, you've said this multiple times, the music is around the same volume, maybe even a little bit higher, as them talking straight away, and it's off-putting, like, really is. You can barely understand a word they're saying because the music's just blaring out in it, like, so loud.
Yeah, you have to like put subtitles on when you're watching it because it may be in English, but you can't really hear what they're saying because of this jazz music or this yeah. It just they get drowned out by this the music and stuff. In this episode, we have Soyu and Axel have their last dance. They have another fight.
Yeah, it
Not
made no
bad, not bad.
sense. It was sick. The animation was great on that. Axel's movements in some like in the fights are very good. Like overall, are probably the highlight of the show is Axel's movement and like the way he moves and stuff in fights, isn't it? Like the acrobats, the parkour, that sort of thing. Like pretty good. I mean, he was on death's door. I don't know how he managed to survive that at all because he was literally brown bread, mate, on the bed. And he's dashed off, scaled the building. Somehow it's collapsed and survived it. Like, come on, mate. What are you made of, pal?
Yeah, I was going to mention that, like, when they're on the roof fighting, a helicopter turns up. The helicopter, the shooter, is the worst shooter I've ever experienced because, like, there's two targets on an open roof, yeah? He's got a Gatling gun as well. He misses every shot. I think he's got a Gatling gun or a machine gun. Misses every shot, and then he ends up getting blown up. But then, like you say, the building blows up. Axel survives unscathed, but Suyu, he dies, but he gets stripped half naked before fall somehow. Like, all his clothes fall off.
Yeah.
And he ends up dying. But yeah, that helicopter pilot, mate, or shooter, or whatever, he needs sacking. But
So
not anymore.
I've got two parts written down. The first part is, but yeah, that was an anime, I guess. that's my review of it. I suppose it was an anime. The second part was this episode and show took the piss. I've like the entire Axel and Assassin stuff, like pointless, mate. What was the actual point in any of that storyline? Like 90% of the storylines in this. Yeah. They flashed back to when obviously we saw them in episode 2 or 3, and one of the main guys was literally directly stood in front of Skinner. Didn't even know it was him. Waste man, like useless. And they've got the nerve, right, at the end of it to say, no, we think we're still going to need a team like you. Do you want to stay together? What do you mean? They're all shit. Not one of them knew Skinner was there and he was sat in front of them. You want these guys, like, tracking down people? They flew across the entire world and the bloke was literally in the city next to him. Like, what do you mean? Like, no. Like, you don't want them, pal. Trust me. Like, it was so dumb. So useless, mate. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that Skinner, blind as a bat, mate, just sitting there relaxing.
I love it how when they found him as well, he was like, yeah, I suppose you found me. And then just wrote the formula down and gave it to him. Like, here you go. It's a cure. Sam, seen a bit, pal.
It kind of ends as well, like, you think, obviously, they're going to continue to, like, be a team and save the world. Season 2, what?
No.
I mean, I know people love this show, and it's obviously their opinion, but the amount of good animes that are out there that are far superior than this. You need to get on it, man.
I think I've decided I know what the issue was. Is they let Adult Swim like take over it. They should have got a proper anime studio to do it. And I think if a proper anime studio bought the rights or whatever, and they adapted it, and we actually had like a genuine team who are good at that sort of anime, it probably would have been a lot better, but it genuinely made no sense to me. Like the voice acting was dead boring. Like there's a part where like the arrest like the lieutenant or whatever his name was. Like I can't remember his name, but they arrest the bold guy. He's like bold with glasses, isn't he? Harry Hill or whatever his name is. Yeah. And he like it was just boring, mate. Like the dialogue of them talking, oh yes, I guess you got me. Oh, I have been arrested now then. It's like they've just used like text to speech to like fill in half the dialogue. And it was like GCSE level like school drama class like acting. It was so shit, mate. Like it's so bad.
Like come into the room like.
But like the animation's fine, mate. The animation was good. Like I say, the movement and stuff like that with Axel especially was fine. Was pretty fun in some parts. And just the story just wasn't it, mate, was it? Like, they just let it down so much.
I mean, I probably because we're watching, like, great anime at the moment. But no, it was bad. It was... The music, for me, was, like... When you're watching something, or, like, obviously music, like, moves you. And when you're watching stuff like that, the music has to be right for the show or the scene that you're watching. like an emotional scene has like, you know, slow, and then obviously an action scene has like more upbeat. But yeah, like there's action scenes in this was like just like soft jazz, like that doesn't go with. Well,
No.
for me, it doesn't go in a scene where two people are fighting to the death. It's like, no, mate, soft jazz.
I think
Yeah, mate.
you probably could get it right if you pick the right track for it, but just the music they picked just wasn't fitting for obviously the actual scene. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But like you say, the storyline, like the blind of the bat, blind of blind as a bat. Skinner was literally sitting there, episode 3, and like we're first time watchers, like, and you like was literally there.
It's there, mate.
He's
Like, what do you
literally
mean?
there.
Literally mentioned it straight away on Poddy. Like that, it was there. Like, what do you mean?
And these teams, this team that they got together, top scientist, top hacker, top, you know, everything. Didn't even see him, mate.
Sound. And also, what's this top hacker thing all about? Because they got these two random geezers in off the street. They found him straight away. Like that guy and that other girl who they came in to hack, like temporarily or whatever. They literally found him. Oh yeah, he's literally here. Or like, yeah, we know where he is now. Like, so we've got this supposed top hacker, can't even find him, old Elena. This random geezer with long hair walks in, finds him straight away first sitting, mate. Like,
Is that dude on it? That dude from the nightclub?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, yeah. Oh, we need security access from like the president. Oh, don't worry, I'll just do it. So what? What do you mean?
Dossers, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'll watch season 2, to be honest, but
No.
if there is
I won't. Like, there's no reason for me to watch it, mate. Unless they made season 2 seem like a complete different anime and they made it good. And it was almost like you didn't even need to think about season 1 because it was like a standalone on its own. But I doubt that'll happen.
Yeah. It'd be funny if they make a season 2 though. Like there's another guy they're trying to find, and he's literally sitting there. Episode 2.
First episode is in the same room as him, mate, in the briefing room with him.
They're like, oh man, again.
He's just cleaning the corridor outside the room. They don't even know where he is, mate.
Yeah, he like a unique looking character, and it's still like look over him like, oh, there's nothing.
But yeah, that's the end anyway. That's the end of spring 2025 anime. And we're rolling on to summer now. Loads of good anime. To be fair, we've probably got way too much anime we're going to speak about. And we're going to get into it a little bit later on, but there's even anime that we're going to be watching that we aren't going to be speaking about because it would just be too much. We'll have like 3-hour podcasts every week and we just can't do it. So what we'll do is some of these ones. Go on, you tell them. You go and tell them.
Yeah, what we're going to do is shows that me and Ian want to like off podcast. We're going to watch together. We'll talk about it. Oh, that looks good. Let's watch it off podcast, and then we'll probably do a separate video of said anime, just like a big discussion of it, our favorite parts, favorite characters, favorite scenes, so you guys can enjoy it as well with us and know our thoughts on said anime when it comes out or when we do it. I don't know when We've got a few in the pipeline, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got some big ones. Like next week, for example, Martin's away, so we've recorded a few bits to talk about. Erased, for example, is a very well known, very popular anime. Neither of us had watched it, believe it or not. So we've watched it all the way through, and we're going to discuss that next week. So if you're interested, get on that because as I say, we're going to be doing a bit of a whole season. I say review, but more of a discussion, really. And obviously, we will review it and see, obviously, what each other think of it. But
yeah, we've got a few in the pipeline, some coming up that sound really interesting. But mainly, we want to do 12-episode ones, don't we? Really, 12 episodes are the ones we wanted to go for.
Yeah, like anything. I'd say anything up to really like. I don't know, anything up to really like 15 episodes or something like that. I mean, we could push to a 24er, really, if we discuss it over a longer period of time. So we could, like, I don't know, watch 24 episodes in the next, I don't know, half a year, really, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Just write all the notes down and just chat about it when we can. But yeah, any ideas, just let us know. We've got a few in the works, but we'd like to add to that list, really.
Yeah, if you want to hear me and Ian's thoughts, having a laugh about stuff, funny parts, bad parts of an anime, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you want meaning to watch. Obviously, let's go into like 5 seasons or something. Just keep it easy for us,
Yeah.
so we can get through it. But then we will bring it to you. But yeah, the stuff I'm watching off Poddy at the moment. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. And I'd love to talk about it in like a short or something. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you want me and Ian to watch off Poddy, and we'll do a discussion on it.
Yeah, man. In terms of summer 2025 anime season, kicking off with Lord of Mysteries. Episode 1 and 2 was dropped for Lord of Mysteries. Episode 1, some of the most fucking confusing shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I had no idea what was happening, like at all. And I figured with a name like Lord of Mysteries, they probably want me to not know what's happening. Like real head scratcher. This is in it. Like left with my head was upside down after watching that first episode. No clue, mate. But tell them about the animation, mate.
Yeah,
tell them about the style.
I just want to say, like, straight away, like, even if you watch a trailer, you see how impressive the artwork is. This is an adaptation of a web novel. I've been looking on all over the internet. People are so hyped for this, including myself, including Ian. And the lore and the world is massive. Like, there's like, I've read into it, it's like 2,500 chapters in like the whole of like Lord of Mysteries, but then you got games on top of that. You got side like Avengers and stuff like that. So big, and like the first episode, like I say, very confusing in parts. It's kind of fast paced as well. But I think that's what they do. They make it confusing because it's like I say, the Lord of Mysteries. But they want you to discover with the main character Klein. They want you to discover the world as he unveils to him. So we're discovering things as he discovers it, which I think great idea.
It is. I was very close to Googling stuff about it, but obviously there's so much written content about this. I was scared of spoilers because there's a donwa, there's like it's a novel, isn't it, and stuff like there's a proper it's a proper book, like so there's a lot of information out there to get if you wanted to look. But then I thought to myself, do you know what? This was after the first episode. I watched the second episode to see if I get a feel of what it's about, see if it's going to tell me a little bit more. And boy, does it, mate. Because that second episode was fire, mate. Like, it's already starting to fill in some of the gaps from the first episode. It gives you an insight into the power system a little bit, doesn't it? Like, what's happening. Like, but beside the stories, like I said, the visuals so far, incredible to see. The gothic steampunk like atmosphere, like, very Victorian-esque type atmosphere. Really gritty, really cool. Like the story was fast paced and a bit confusing at first, but like this is basically from what I can guess, it's like a mystery, like isekai in a sense, except someone's not necessarily being transported to a different world. They've been transported to a different body. So like a Chinese man is like transported into a body of a man named Klein, who, for reasons that we have no idea of at the moment, really. Tried to kill himself, basically, because YOLO. So, the second episode, I say, much better paced compared to the first. You see, obviously, you can see like Lord of Mysteries. It's like starting to slip into like more of a consistent groove. Like we're getting from mysteries, which the first episode, to be fair, I can understand why they've released both episodes in one go. Because if you watch the first episode and you had to wait an entire week for the second one, you'd be like spun out for a week straight, wouldn't you? So luckily we could watch the second episode straight away. And like I say, for someone like me and Martin, we'd probably appreciate it a bit more as well. Because like, we have like Zhao, or whatever he's called, like, he has his abilities like as a seer or whatever, and he gets these abilities as a seer, and we see this in action during like the back end of it. He gets this like the main guy, Klein Zhao, whatever. There's about 11 different names, mate, because it's like some guy with split personality disorder, it seems like, doesn't it? But he buys this like cane, doesn't he? And he's using this cane to find stuff. And mate, the visualization of this is like, they use a lot of CGI. It's a Chinese studio, so just think of stuff like link clicks, think of stuff like space cubes. I've not watched really any Chinese animation in a sense. Like I've seen clips on like shorts, TikTok, that sort of thing. Like in terms of animation, and it is crazy good. Like a lot of people saying how great Chinese animation is, and the Chinese animation in this so far is unreal. Like they really, really have stepped up the Chinese have in terms of this because it's so sick. Like one of my biggest things here is the Klein guy. He's clearly hiding some dodgy secrets, mate. Like he's got something dodgy going off, I think, and I feel like we'll hopefully see them at play obviously through the course of the show. But yeah, mate, the second episode was unreal. One, it was so sick. They're like 30-minute episodes as well, so they're a lot longer than a normal anime.
Yeah, what I love about the show as well, like as soon as, so like you said, Zhao, he gets transported into Klein, and then he gets put in this world, and this world's full of like magic, technical items, curses, divination, weapons, tarot cards, and all that. But then as he travels through it, he starts seeing similarities to his own world,
Yeah,
and obviously he wants to get back to his own body because he woke up in this body of Klein, who's, like you say, he woke up blood everywhere, revolver, like he tried to kill himself, and but yeah, there's a lot of characters, a lot of cool characters that I liked in this. Leonard, Dunn, who are the two detectives that I'm looking into to what's happening with Klein, because he was some of his like school friends at school, like they killed himself as well, doing this like ritual, this mythological artifact, I believe it was. But yeah, it goes into like some of the how they gain their abilities, don't they? So they drink these potions called Sequence Nines, and the world opens up in episode 2 because there's like loads of these different churches in the world, in this world, and the churches have like, there's like four is the one for the Nighthawks that he joins, but there's loads of these different churches. I looked online because when I was watching the first episode, I was confused about some parts, but I wanted to like check online to see if I got it at the right angle, avoiding spoilers, obviously. And yeah, I kind of understood it a lot more when I looked into that. But yeah, some of the characters are great in it, and when, like I say, when they show their abilities and they perform their abilities, the visuals stunning,
yeah.
so stunning. I
It's
mean,
when Klein and Leonard go to the there's that kid that's been kidnapped, and they go
yeah,
to like
yeah,
find the kid, and then them two like kidnappers turn into like demon things. Like that is mental. But like Leonard and obviously they're new in terms of like meeting each other and stuff, but they're already building like some pretty good chemistry. Like
yeah.
I'm not sure if he can be trusted fully, but like I'm just being cynical, aren't I?
Yeah, what it is like, obviously this guy's gone into Klein's body, and in episode 1, Leonard and Dunn want to find out what's cracking off in his head. So they do this, like they send this like psychic into his mind or whatever, and it's like a proper horror scene, isn't it? She's like proper like in his face and stuff like that, and like the scenery looks mental, like it's like something out of a nightmare. But I thought that was like a quality bit of a scene there. But we find out Klein's got this ability to kind of like, even though he's under, he can like hold back what's inside. So she kind of like deflects it in that situation. But I love that it went into the different pathways in episode 2. It described it a bit more, like the Nighthawks, which is they're under this like Church of the Evernight Goddess. So they've got like pathways like the Sleepless, Corpse Collector. And when I heard Corpse Collector, I was like, is that Diablo 2 or what? Like ability of Diablo 2. Yeah,
You a big
Mystic, Cleric,
necromancer
and
or what,
Seer.
mate?
Yeah, so we've got these 4 abilities. He goes to, so these pathways, the start of sequence 9 and end with sequence 0. And Klein needs help to decide, doesn't he? And he goes to this alchemist called Neil. What I love in this show as well, like all the characters got like simple names. Neil, Klein. It's like done. Like such easy to remember.
Leonard. Like the proper normal names. Like
But Neil, he gives her this potion, doesn't he? Like, when he finds out, he's like, I want to do the Seer pathway. That's the best choice for me. He gives her this potion, doesn't he? It looks like a fancy cocktail in like a goblet. But it looks like someone's dropped some of them rainbow drops. Remember them rainbow drop sweets? Yeah, it's like someone's dropped them in it.
it's like some mad like Harry Potter style cocktail, like glitter and shit in it, isn't it?
Yeah. Like proper like Pride Month cocktail or something like that. What I thought was funny as well, like when he goes to Dunn to get some payment, £3 a week, mate. Slave labour.
Mate, he's buzzing though, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, here's £12. He's like, £12?
it's like £12.
He's like, here's a receipt, you'll get reimbursed as well, mate. He's like, buzzing.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, I'd say when you show the people's abilities in it, there's a part in episode 1 as well where Dunn, he's got this ability where he goes into he can like go into the dream world, doesn't he, or change things to a dream, because Klein tries to escape from him, and then all of a sudden the world's like coming in on him, like the walls are coming in.
Yeah.
There's like rain or something, like, or like water or something flying around. I was like, what? It was crazy at the time when you're watching it. You're like, what the hell's going on? But you're like, yeah, it's like really
it looks
well
sick though,
animated.
I looks sick.
But watching these 2 episodes, I'm really looking forward to getting into this world.
Yeah, massively, mate. Like, as obviously we're completely new to this like IP. I mean, we only heard of it because of nerd news. Like, we do nerd news, and I was looking at like stuff that's coming out in news and stuff, and this came up, and I thought, oh, I'll talk about that, mention it, and then we had a proper look at it. It was like, this looks mad, you know. Like, but yeah, like the general world building's great in it. Like the animation's fantastic. Leonard's sick. Like the action and fight scenes in episode 2 were absolutely awesome. Like super gritty, like world. And as I say, we're new to Chinese animation. I think this is probably the first. I think this is probably the first non-Japanese animated thing we've spoke about on the podcast. Because even Solo Leveling's animated by Japan. Yeah. Even though the story is obviously Korean, I think this might be. I mean, we've probably watched something that's animated by Americans. I don't know, but in terms of anime, I think this might be the first non-Japanese thing we've spoke about. And my only issue, it's not an issue yet, but my only concern, should I say, is that I've seen a lot of stuff like Supercube, for example, is like I see it online. The fights are insane. Like the animation's fantastic, but after like 3 or 4 episodes, the story just turns into nothing. So I'm really hoping, because this is like a light novel and it's not like in a manga or donghua, that sort of format, there's obviously a relatively like powerful story here, because obviously people have read the book, people have read whatever like content's out there. So I feel like this will be different, but there's a lot of stuff that China seems to do great and then they fall short. Like T-Bait, for example, that's a massive prime example. A really, really well loved like piece of content, and then like it's just animated like crap. So it's like the animation's fantastic. We just gotta hope the story keeps us entertained. But I feel like it will, because it's so much mystery and stuff around it. We're wanting to learn. It's like they've kicked us off straight away with like, shit, what's happening? We've now got to watch thinking, yeah, but why is this? Why is that? How's he got here? How's he gonna get back? So like it's entertained us enough and it's kept us interested enough and intrigued enough to put it on the podcast and to be talking on a week by week basis about it. So, if you're not watching Lord of Mysteries, get on it, watch it. 2 episodes out now. They're on Crunchyroll. Are they on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
What I liked about the first episode as well, you know, when Klein, he gets back to his room and he tries to do a ritual, doesn't he, like a spell, to try and get back to his own body, and he gets sucked into this like foggy world. And then he makes he pulls his 2 other people, doesn't he? He pulls his other 2 people from like different sides of the world, and they like think he's like some deity, don't they? They think he's like some god, and they're like calling him like being like, really respectful, like, oh yeah, you're a god or whatever.
Oh, sir.
And then they're like talking to him like he's some god, and he plays along with it, doesn't he? He plays along, and that's when he obviously reveals that he calls himself the Fool, doesn't he? Because he pulled this tarot card, the Fool.
Yeah, that was a good scene. That was.
Yeah, it was just funny how they calling him think he's like a deity, because he had this power to pull him from different parts of the world, and he's just like playing along with it. Like his voice changes, he goes like really masculine and deep, and I just love that bit. But we're going to see more of these 2 characters, Audrey and Alga. One's a pirate, one's a noble woman. Because they do like a trade, don't they? They trade like a sequence 9, like a spell potion ability thing. So we're gonna see more of these in this like reality, this like one of these like meetings in this like foggy void area. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what else happens in this show. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the world opening up. But that scene with the when he's picking the ability,
Yeah.
Dunn mentions like he mentions something about like people. It doesn't always go right for people. Like people just go like they turn like chaotic or to the dark side. If we reference to like Star Wars, but this character, the fight at the end, who looks like a demon, that is someone who's controlled, like uncontrolled, beyond, isn't it? Like they've kind of gone way beyond, way beyond their abilities and turned obviously evil. So they turned into like demon thing, and then Leonard's there to fucking destroy him. Puts him in
Leonard's
this,
a
like
top bloke, to be fair, though, isn't he? Let's be honest.
he puts him in this like realm, doesn't he? Like it reminded me like JJK. They take him to this like realm thing and then
Yeah.
just destroy him in their own. But yeah, great show. First 2 episodes are out. Watch them on Crunchyroll. Be confused by the first episode.
Yeah, be sure you've got enough time to watch both episodes back to back.
Yeah. But I've done loads of research on the first episode. I've not told you all you guys, but if you're struggling, let me know in the comments. Let me know, and I'll try and help you out. But there's other people online who'll probably do a better job. But
yeah, there'll be some mad like breakdown videos somewhere, won't there? Because there'll be people that's read the novels and they literally know how it ends and all that sort of stuff. But
yeah, it kind of came out of the blue when we started was talking about, if we watch this, it looks amazing. Like the trailer looks amazing, and now we've watched it and we've really enjoyed it. It's just like it's come out of the blue and we're like, yeah, this is exciting.
It's cool.
So yeah, I really love these first 2 episodes. Definitely want to look more into it. I might even get some of the manga or the donghua. Donghua. But yeah, really great little show there. I don't know when the next episode comes out. Nothing's been announced, is it? Yeah.
Just for next week, won't it? I bet.
I looked on one of these other app things I use, and there's only 3 episodes out. Well, there's 3 episodes.
Like it's showing the next episode, basically.
Next
episode's coming out 5th of July, apparently. So Saturday. So it'll be a Saturday one, I assume. It's coming out the 4th of July in the US and 5th of July in the UK. So it'll be like it'll end up dropping on in the UK like midnight, probably something like that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What are we saying?
Got a little game for you.
Oh gosh.
Let me get it out for you. So I'm going to ask Ian. It's like a little quiz, 10 questions, like he did last week. He asked me, and I got C3PO, which I was very disappointed about, but it is what it is. So today we've got which anime character is Ian? Which anime character reflects Ian's persona? So I'm going to start you off with, how would your friends describe you? Laid back but incredibly powerful when serious, reserved, intelligent and dependent, energetic, stubborn but loyal, strong-willed and sometimes a bit aggressive.
I mean, I'm all of them, aren't I, to be fair? What was the first one?
Laid back but incredibly powerful when serious.
Yeah, that's me, mate. Powerful,
you down to a T, yeah.
Powerful, man. And I'm just chilled, you know what I mean? Basically, Gojo, mate.
What motivates you the most? The desire to be the best of what you can do, protecting those I care about, my curiosity and love for learning, the thrill of competition and personal growth.
I'd say my curiosity and love for learning, mate. Gotta learn. It's nice to learn stuff new, isn't it? Learning about anything new, like learning about a new game, a new anime, a new show, a new movie, just life in general. Visiting a new castle, mate, and learning about the history. Do you know what I mean? Like shit like that, mate. I love it. I love it, mate.
Going to a random country and learning their culture, mate.
Yeah, it's sick, mate.
Next level. That when I first went to Japan. Anyway, back to you. Question 3. How do you approach relationships with others? I'm light-hearted and often tease my friends. I don't open up easily, but I deeply care for those who are close to me. I'm supportive and will do anything for my friends. I respect others but prefer to keep my distance.
I'd probably say 1. Just take the piss out of people, but like nicely.
It's what you got to do, innit,
Just
mate?
gotta have a laugh, ain't you? A bit of banter. I feel like that's such a UK thing, though. I don't think other
Bants.
countries do that, do they?
All right, question 4. What do you do when someone criticizes you? Ooh. First
Headbutt
one, laugh. That's not on here, mate. But I'll tell you what is on here. Laugh it off. I know my worth. Listen carefully and analyze if it's valid. Brush it off and keep doing my own thing. Reflect on it, but it doesn't stop me from moving forward.
I feel like reflect on it because obviously criticism's not necessarily bad, is it? Like if you're getting criticised, it depends how you're doing it. If you're asking like we ask people to forgive criticism on the podcast and stuff. Oh, how do you think we're doing? How does the artwork look? Blah blah. I do feel like criticism is needed, and sometimes if you're given criticism, it's not always a negative thing. A lot of people might think of it in a negative way, but I think you can spin that and turn it into a positive. Really.
Yeah? Is that the one you're going for?
Yeah, I'll go for that bad boy, mate.
You say all that and then you just go for a different one.
Yeah.
Question 5.
Right, which one says punched him in the face?
That's an interesting one. Question 5. What's your ideal way to spend a day off? Training or improving myself physically? Working on a project or researching something new? Spending time with family or friends? Enjoying some alone time in peace?
It'll be spending time with family and friends, won't it? I mean, I got 2 kids, so that's pretty much, I have to do that.
That answer is you, mate, all day, yeah. Question 6. How do you react when you're under pressure? Stay calm and cool no matter what. Analyze the situation and come up with a solution. Keep pushing forward with sheer willpower. Get frustrated, but it only makes me work harder.
I'd say 2, mate.
Nice. How would your friends describe you? Laid back but incredibly powerful and serious. Reserved, intelligent and dependent.
We've already had that
Energetic.
question. That was the first question, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, man. First one, isn't it? Laid back. Strong,
Right.
mate.
Well, they'll give you the same question twice, mate.
They just know how powerful I am, don't they?
This website, terrible.
They just know how
But-
powerful I am, don't they?
Yeah, just wanted to make sure they asked the question twice.
Trying to make sure he knows he's powerful.
What's your greatest strength? My immense power and confidence, my intelligence and attention to detail, my perseverance and positive spirit, my boldness and refusal to lose.
I reckon it is number 3 on that bad boy, mate.
Positive spirit, yeah.
Positive. I'm a positive man.
You got to stay positive.
Positive
in life.
man, mate. Filled with the PMA, mate. The positive mental attitude, me, mate.
How do you deal with failure? Learn from it and come back even
I
stronger.
never lose.
Analyze what went wrong and avoid the same mistake. It motivates me to try harder next time. I hate it, but it drives me to succeed.
I hate it.
I bloody hate it.
I do feel like
You
you've got to learn from your mistakes, haven't you?
That's the best way, isn't it? Get
You've got
stronger.
to, mate. You got to.
Last
you know,
one.
You know what Kelly
Final
Clarkson
one.
says, mate? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean, mate?
She did say that. I don't think it's her words, but yeah. It's definitely in the song about it. Number 10. What's your role in a group? The one who leads with ease. The strategic mind behind the scenes. The glue that holds everyone together. The intense motivator who pushes others to be better.
I reckon I'm the motivator, mate. I want all my mates to do well. Do you know what I mean? I want everyone around me to be succeeding, pal.
I was getting the results in.
Getting the results in.
You are C3PO. Now I'm joking. You are actually. Naruto, man.
Uzumaki himself, mate. Legend. Legendary
Go on.
man.
Born with the heart of a leader. You might start off a bit immature and mischievous,
Still
but
am.
your strong sense of justice and determination lead you to greatness. You never back down from promises, and your unwavering spirit inspires those around you. Despite the obstacles, you always choose to push forward, learning and growing as you go. Like Naruto, you have potential to evolve into a strong, dependent leader that never gives up. Well done, mate. Well done.
Legendary, mate. That's me. That's me, mate. Full sage mode. Sage mode, me, mate.
I just want to let you know I did the same test and I got the same guy. But
did you actually?
But yeah.
That's what I'm saying, mate. But, powerful men, aren't we? Powerful men.
Naruto, man. Naruto,
strongest in his universe. I don't care what anyone says, mate.
But yeah, another little game. We'll probably do a short on it. So check it out on YouTube, TikTok, and all the usual socials. But also follow us on everything so you don't miss out.
Get on it.
Get on it.
And obviously, with the anime season ended of spring 2025, we're just gonna have a quick rate around. So I've not thought about this. Martin's probably not thought about this. We decided to do this just before we clicked record on the podcast. So what we are going to discuss now is just off the dome. However, how many anime we've done? Lazarus, we've done Fire Force, and we've done Windbreaker. I think we've only done 3, haven't we, this season? Was there any other anime?
Yeah. No, that's it, mate.
I mean, if there was, it was obviously shit, 'cause I can't remember it. But I think we've only done those 3 anime. It's definitely just them 3, innit?
Terrible, mate.
It's 100% just them 3. Just them 3. So we'll go through them.
Yeah, okay.
We've just spoke about Lazarus in this episode.
Fire Force. Well.
No, that's what I said. Lazarus, Fire Force, Windbreaker. That's it,
another
innit?
one in there?
Nah, I don't think there was.
We'll stick with them.
Because we watched Week Hero, didn't we? And then we watched loads of stuff, to be fair. But I'm positive it's just those 3 anime. Now, Lazarus. What we saying for a out of 10 rating?
Out of 10. 4?
I'll probably give it a 4.5, mate. Just because the animation was good, and some of the fighting scenes were pretty good. But it was
best character Axel.
Axel was best character. It's an absolute nothing show though, innit? Do you know what I mean? That was my biggest problem, is that have the animation look as pretty as you want, have some of the fight scenes be as pretty as you want. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so. Yeah, I reckon about 4.5 out of 10 personally for me.
And the fact that they wasted so much time, like they had like a limited time to find Skinner, but they just
wasted
one episode
it literally made no sense, didn't it?
Yeah, one episode it skipped like 4 days or something. It's like, what
are you doing then?
Like watching the whole season of Game of Thrones or something. What you been doing? You know what I mean? Like,
it's mad, mate.
But yeah, it didn't make sense, mate. But yeah, 4 out of 10, mate, for me. 4.5 for you, is it?
Yeah, I'll do a 4.5. Just so I'm trying to be generous, to be honest with you. Well, it's less than mid. It's literally shit. I don't care. It was crap. It literally was crap, mate.
Yeah.
No,
you have expressed. I
don't think I've expressed that. I don't think I've expressed it enough, have I? I think I need to keep talking about it for a bit.
I think there is actually a short we did on TikTok and YouTube where it was me saying, "Tell the people what you think about Lazarus," and you don't hold back, which is obviously your opinion. But yeah. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one.
It says it all when someone at work saw the short and was like, Lazarus is a snore fest, isn't it? They don't even watch anime.
Snore fest, to be honest, mate.
Oh, it's snore fest, to be honest, mate. What we're saying about this season of Fire Force. Not Fire Force as a whole, just this half of the season of Fire Force.
I think 7 out of 10, mate, for me.
See, I've got about 7.5 out of 10.
You love your 0.5s, don't you?
I love my 0.5s, mate. I could get, to be fair, I'd say more like probably 7.2. The first season and the second season.
7.1.
I think the first and second season are at 8s for me. This lacked a more than the first two seasons. Like, it did get let down a little bit on certain story aspects, and the way they pushed the pacing was a little bit slow as well. I thought they could have pushed it forward a little bit more. But the animation's pretty consistent all the time. The fights were fantastic, and we love the characters as well. So, yeah, I still rate Fire Force as a whole as probably like an 8 or so. But this season, to be fair, I'd agree with a 7 out of 10 on that one, easily.
We had some really good scenes in this season though, because like with Obi, we thought he'd get turned into an infernal, which is like it left on a cliffhanger. You're like, what's going on? I want to see the next episode, and you have to wait a whole week to see what happens. And obviously, he was all right, but Burns is deaf, mate. I don't think he's dead. We've talked about this. I don't think he's dead still because we haven't seen his body, but that ruined me, mate. Because Burns, I always thought Burns was going to be a good guy and help out Shinra and all that. Maybe he still will. Maybe he's still alive. But that cut me deep, mate. When he got murked off, I was like,
oh yeah,
I lost part of my soul, mate. To be honest,
there's certain plot aspects and writing aspects that just didn't really make sense. Like, why is Shinra begging to go fight this great massive like kaiju and then just gets murked off instantly by friendly fire? Like, it just didn't make sense at all. Like, why have you made him go there just to murk him off instantly, bro? But yeah,
I did like I introduced other characters into it as well. Like we had the dragon guy, which is obviously Arthur's like
arch
nemesis.
enemy.
He has to murk him off. He is the man to take him out. Obviously, he lost the first fight, got a stronger sword now, so he'll come back stronger. But
we'll re-rate this season, sort of like back end of March, because obviously that'll be part of the winter season coming onto spring. So when we finish the second quarter, the second half of the season, when that's done, we'll re-rate it, see how we fare. I feel like the next half's going to be like bang, 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 like, because that's it. That is all the content that's ever going to come out of them for Fire Force. That is the last part of it, this story. So
and that mid-season finale bit with that cliffhanger, mate. And what happened with his hair and he's got new freaking earrings? Mate, what's cracking? That is the first question I want to know.
No one's murked him off. I want to know who's battered him. Has someone took the piss or what? I need to know if Harper's dyed his ear and he's just asleep or what, mate.
I reckon it's him or Mackie or someone like that's done it, or Tamaki or something like that. But yeah, it was that got me that cliffhanger, because I remember messaging you straight away like, mate, have you seen?
Yeah,
have you seen the
that last?
episode?
The last episode was good, to be fair. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Now let's get on to the final anime show we watched this spring season, and probably my favourite one we've watched this spring season, Windbreaker season 2.
Right, I'm gonna give this 8.3.
Is it? Do you know what I had in my head? I had an 8.2 in my head. I had an 8.2.
I was giving it an 8, but I was like, no, I'll give it 8.3.
Yeah, it's a bit better than an 8, innit? But it's not quite an 8.5. Do you know what I mean?
I got a question for you. Do you think it's better than the first season?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'd give the first season about a 7.5, 7.8, between there, sort of that realm. Because I felt like the first part of the first season, with all of the Shishtoran characters, that part was fantastic, really, really good. And then it just got a bit weird, didn't it, towards the end? But this season, it's had a couple of episodes like that, but it's always been I feel like the writings, it's like the mangaka, the person who wrote it, was like just getting started. I don't know if they've done anything before, and it's like this. You can almost see them improve at writing, if that makes sense, as the story goes on. Like their ability to tell us a story, and obviously to add depth to characters and backstories, like got better as the story's gone on. And I feel like you really do see that in this season, and it's just stepped it up. And it's rare that happens, to be fair, isn't it? We get a lot of first seasons that are fantastic and then second seasons that aren't so good, whereas this has really stepped it up. And I'm very, very, very excited to see what's going to happen now, following on with the next new season, which I don't think it still hasn't been announced yet. We've got a live action coming out, which I will watch, but I'm not that bothered about it, because I'm happy with the content we're getting already. So I'm just looking out for that season 3 now and looking forward to it. But yeah, I do think season 2 was better than season 1 as a whole.
Yeah, and like the characters that I keep going banging on about this. The characters get introduced, and I know people stop watching it because of Tamaki, Sabaki, sorry.
Sabaki, yeah.
Sabaki, yeah. Sabaki, but what a character, mate. Come on, let's be honest. One of the four kings, mate. Comes into it, smashes it, has a backstory. Big part of the story in the season 2. Great character. And obviously you had Kanji. You had Kaji.
Kanji, yeah. Bit confusing.
Keeping
Endo.
the characters, yeah. Endo, obviously he will be going into the next season.
Yeah, you had
We
those
find that
twins, those the Subaki's like brothers or whatever, the twins. They were
twins.
sick.
You've got other like kings, some of the four kings. You've got other
Even
ones there.
the few episodes
we're not
with
even
like
introduced yet.
the old man dude. I can't remember his
Oh, yeah.
name, but that was like a really heartfelt, like a really good story as well. Like it's been a well written season, like really has. I mean, it has
like,
lacked fighting a little bit, but even the fights we've got have been like really good. Like it's more all rounded now rather than just like a senseless fighting anime. And I think that's probably the best way that they could have gone for a second season, certainly.
And I was a bit gutted we didn't see loads of Yumea because he's a legend.
Sick,
But, I loved how in this season they gave us Sakura's like development as a character. Obviously, he's realised that it's not all about himself or like fighting alone to get to the top, but he's got all these friends around him that he needs to care about, and they care about him, and he'll grow strong with bonds and stuff, which I thought top character. I'm thinking about cutting my hair like that dude, what's his name?
Fringy like that, mate.
Suzuki
Suzuki or something. Shizuka. Yeah, something like that.
Shizori, wasn't it?
Shizori, that's it. I think the girl was called like Shizuki or something, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, great season. I'm looking forward to season 3. I'm not gonna watch any of the manga or anything like that. Not gonna look into anything like that. But yeah, I do want to get some of the manga actually. I've got quite the collection of manga growing, but I've not literally read any of it yet. And I do plan to get some more at the weekend when I go to Forbidden Planet again. So the collection grows, but I've not read any. I might pick up Windbreak at the weekend, hopefully. If I see it. First book, kick things off.
See what happens.
But, yeah.
Get the first couple, mate. Manga's 3 for 2, mate. So you got to get 3, haven't you? Every time you go.
I just told you I've got a big collection to watch this read already. I can't get that.
You can, mate. You can, but you may as well. It's 3 for 2, mate. You're wasting your money if you don't get 3. Do you know what I mean?
Is it 3 for 2? Though?
Yeah, it says it all over the shelves. 3 for 2 manga. 3 for 2. All manga's 3 for 2, mate. All manga. Sick deal, innit?
Sick, mate. Hey, yeah, tell him while we're talking about anime. Tell him what we're gonna watch. What we're gonna be watching coming up, like, because obviously next week I'm away, so we've got like a special for you. We're talking about various different things, but after that, we've talked about
mate.
Avalanche.
The peeps know about a couple of them, don't they? Sakamoto Days, Kaiju number 8, season 2, Dandadan season 2. We've already spoke about those 3 anime on the podcast previously. Obviously, we've got Lord of Mysteries on there at the go at the moment. And then we'll be having Gachakuta, which is a new one out, which is highly anticipated, I believe. Bones Film are doing it, so it's going to have very, very, very good animation because it's a great animation studio. So they're the ones that we... Yeah.
That's out this Saturday, isn't it?
July the 6th, yeah, that's coming out. Yeah. So we've got that coming out. Dandadan's out tomorrow. So when this is out, Dandadan is out. Like, it comes out on the 4th of July, so it is out. Get it. Get on it. Yeah, Kaiju comes out around mid-July 19th, so we've got a little bit yet. So we're gonna have a few to talk about for the time being, but it's only going to get more and more. It's going to snowball, to be honest. July 15th, I think Sakamoto's out. So yeah, we've got those. Is there anything else that we're going to be talking about? I don't think there is.
Yeah, we've got live action, but that's obviously not anime. So
yeah, we're just talking about anime now. So we've got pretty much just that. I think at the moment we're going to be discussing in terms of anime. One of the anime I've looked at is the Summer Hikaru Died, which is like a horror mystery supernatural type thing that starts this weekend. I'm going to watch that off podcast. Looks pretty good. And I've seen another one that looks intriguing. It's called like Taugen Anki or something. It's like an action fantasy sort of thing. It looks like there's a lot of fighting, so I'll
Yeah.
probably pick that up as well. For other people that are interested, we've got My Dress Up Darling season 2. I know Martin loves that anime. It's his favourite anime, that is. Call of the Night season 2. Mate, My Dress Up Darling is the most anticipated for this season. It's higher than Dandadan, higher than Kaiju.
I saw people on TikTok like
People love it, mate. It might be good. I don't know, mate. It might be good. I don't know. I don't trust
you
it.
watch it. You watch it. Let me know.
The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. That comes out. Bit noncy. Won't bother with that one. Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. So that looks that's gay. Don't look at that one. That's weird. The Rising of the Shield Hero season 4. That one is what Martin is looking forward to. He'll be on that.
Is that out?
That one comes out July the 9th.
Next week.
So Dr. Stone Science Future Part 2. That's coming out as well next week. So you Dr. Stone fans, I've not watched it. I do plan on maybe watching it one day. Rent a Girlfriend. Season 4 is coming out. Now this is my most highly anticipated anime, purely based on name alone. So I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Season 2 comes out as well in summer 2025. So for those who are looking forward to that, that's coming out.
Imagine someone asks you what you do for a job and you have to like. It's a mouthful, isn't it? That I'm working on blah blah blah.
Mate, there's one coming out called New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. What on earth is that?
It's got to be one of them like, little machines where you in like a little capsule toy, isn't it? You put it in, you get all that. You get some of those dirty knickers. Or something.
Mate, there's some unreal looking ones on it. I'm not even going to read them out because I actually get done. I'll get accused.
Like Ian's mentioned, we've got loads of anime coming up next couple of weeks. We're going to be overloaded, to be honest.
Mate, this summer season is going to be packed. Like, we're going to have 5 anime to talk about. It's going to get to a point where we're going to have 5 anime to talk about. Like, we're going to have Lord of Mysteries, Dandadan, and Gachakuta to talk about for about 2 weeks, maybe. Probably not even that because you're away. So we'll talk about 2 episodes of Gachakuta, probably another 2 episodes of Lord of Mysteries, and 2 episodes of Dandadan. Not next week, the week after, and then the week after that, I'm pretty sure we'll be already getting Sakamoto Days and Kaiju as well. So that'll top us up to 5 like straight away within a couple of weeks. So it's going to be packed. So anyone that listens to us and follows us, who likes the anime, and likes us talking about the anime, trust me, this season is for you guys. So yeah, make sure you're following, get the bell rung, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because it's coming. We're getting lots of it. We're getting a load of stuff coming through. But for the sake of how long we've been so far, we've got Squid Games to talk about. We've watched the entirety of Squid Game season 3. We're already an hour in, mate. So like, we've been yapping, bro. We've been yapping, mate. So I've not got loads and loads of notes for Squid Game season 3 because I took a few notes as it was going along, but I've started trying to do this thing where I'll watch stuff and then I'll try and do a little bit, and then I'll watch stuff, try and do a little bit, because otherwise it started taking me long to watch things, mate. Like a long ass time. First thing I want to mention is that CGI baby was weird, man. Like, so unsettling at times, that baby was. I just thought I'd get it out there, mate. Like, it proper freaked me out. Even that was like, that baby's weird, isn't it? They proper added loads of CGI into this season randomly, didn't they?
So this weekend, I literally did nothing, mate. I literally watched TV and just dossed. You know, one of the weekends you just doss all weekend. Yeah. So from last Friday night, I literally watched half of Squid Games, and then on Saturday I watched the rest of it. So
we've done that this week, literally, like Tuesday night and Wednesday night, watched it in those. I mean, 6 episodes. Realistically, right? Firstly, my first thought really with this season is that it shouldn't have existed. Like, they should have had season 2 and 3 put together, reduced all of the boring voting stuff that was going off in season 2, which got really tedious, really boring, condensed all that down, and just had one like normal 12-episode season. Like, it's what annoys me with media at the moment and companies just cash grabbing, thinking, no, because that's all it is, isn't it? And like by the end of it, we're going to get some shit American spin-off version at some point as well. Another cash grab.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
stupid,
knew that was coming.
mate.
I knew that was
It's
coming.
stupid though, isn't it? But like the first, like I'd have been happy if the first season ended and we didn't even get season 2 and season 3. Now I must say, season 3, these 6 episodes I thought were better than the second season. Because a lot of that stuff was proper stupid, mate. Like, really didn't make sense. And the way they ended it as well was so dumb, wasn't it? Like, really dumb.
Let's get into some of the games that was the new games that we got introduced to on this season.
I'd have been sick of all of them, just FYI.
But the hide and seek game, let's talk about that. Because I've got it on my notes. I've got it like separated from the rest of them, like the games. Because obviously the games are the most important thing of this show.
To be fair, by the end of this season, the fact that most of these storylines, 90% of these storylines, turned out to just be nothing and were pointless. The games is the only reason to watch this show. Like, not even first season, all of first season, spectacular. Writing's great, storylines fantastic, games fantastic. Season 2 and 3 is pretty much just the games that you really care about. Let's be honest, like really is, because that's the only thing that was good in season 2. Some of the storylines were much better in this. The North Korean girl, she definitely had the better storyline out of everybody in the show. I did enjoy that.
Because obviously, in the end of season 2, obviously we had that when the season 3 starts, that Jung Bae, the guy from season 2, his death, mate, it ruined me before, and obviously it reminds you of start of season 3.
Yeah, I didn't even care about Jung Bae, mate.
But you did. I can see it in your face.
I did, mate. Artless, mate, because I just thought it was so shit stupid. It was unbelievable.
But that's that North Korean woman, like you said. The guy with the sick daughter, he gets shot at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
And you think he's dead, mate. And I remember me and you were like, mate, that's so bad. That is like, why would you do that? But then in the start of season 3, we found out he's still alive, and it's that North Korean woman who shot him in the side.
Yeah.
And
luckily, obviously, they met, didn't they, in real life?
Yeah.
She worked at the amusement park, that sort of thing. He's met his daughter, and everything. Like, it's a whole
so
thing.
She saved him, and for that, legendary status, mate. Straight away.
I love her, mate. She's a legend, absolute legend, mate. Legend. Right, you talk about some of these games, and I'm going to shout some RIPs out after you've done that, mate, because there's a lot of RIPs.
Right, the first game in the show, the hide and seek game. Basically, they get split up, red and blue. Red gets a knife, blue gets a key, and there's loads of these doors in this maze. And basically, the blues have to work together to combine the keys to get out and escape, find the escape, or just hide for 15 minutes or how long it was, half an hour I think it was, and not die. But
yeah, he said literally, and just not die.
but the Reds are, mate, they're like, oh, this is easy, mate. Got some knife, mate. Looked like a toy, didn't it? The knife did, but they go start murking people. But a lot of people die in this.
They meet their despise, don't they? Like, and do you know what? I'm going to stop right now. My first RIP is the trans woman, mate. The goat murked off too soon.
There's an RIP as well. What I want to mention.
The old woman.
But it's for good reason, mate. For good reason. No, that's not in this game. In this game.
No. It's the old what she does in this game.
Oh yeah. But
we'll get to it.
One bit I want to highlight is that Shaman, mate, gets murked off.
I hate her so much, mate. I hate her so much.
He gets betrayed by the old dude, isn't it? The Gramps dude.
I hate him as well.
I just love that bit where she's got all these followers. I don't know why she got all these followers, because she's like the most annoying person ever to exist. But she's got all these followers. She's like doing that thing, isn't she? Like, oh, the gods are guiding me this way or whatever. And then they go down this one of the paths. And then the door opens, one of the red guys there murks off one of the followers, and she just runs off.
Those jokes, isn't it?
I hated it, but eventually she does get murked off. She gets betrayed, which is funny.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah. But you tell him about the other one, the other. Yeah,
so as I say, so basically, obviously, we had the I can't remember the names, mate. I wrote numbers down mainly. There was the pregnant woman in there. 333 was her, who's the baby daddy. He's obviously in the game still as well. But the old lady and her nerdy son who's from Big Bang Theory, Leonard from Big Bang Theory, innit? Korean Leonard. So he's got a knife, so he's on the naughty team, and they're on the good team. So like the trans woman, who's an absolute beast, I'd definitely tell they were in the army, like battering folk,
Military,
proper like sick character. She's like helping the old lady and the pregnant woman to try and get out, and they've all got different, because of the keys. One's a circle, one's a triangle, one's a square. So they've each got one of each as well. So some of the doors have got all three. You need all three to open the door. So like it's worked out really well for them. Convenient, I know, but like, so basically they're in this room, and the trans woman's, she just batters someone, hasn't she? Like she's standing in the doorway, and the 333, sorry, he runs up. So he's the dad of the kid,
MG Coin guy,
yeah, MG Coin, knobhead, by the way, I hate him. Stabs the trans woman in the back. Bearing in mind he's already murked off multiple people with Thanos' ugly mate, who I hate also. He's an arsehole. So they're already through, because the red team, they've got to murk someone off. If they kill somebody and get someone out, they're through. So once you've done one, you like a normal person in a desperate situation might do one, and then that's, you won't do anything else. You sit there, won't you, wait, because you've walked, like you're getting through. That's all you care about. These are going around murking bare peeps off, mate. Like, obviously he then murks off the trans woman for absolute no reason at all. Oh, sorry. Fuming, mate. That literally killed me off, that did. But then he closes the door, because obviously Thanos' ugly mates come in, and he's like, right, I'll close the door then whilst they're still inside to keep the old woman, and, well, more the pregnant woman. He's trying to keep her safe. But then Leonard comes in, doesn't he? Old nerdy man. He's not killed anyone yet. So he comes in, sees his mum, sees his pregnant woman, and he's like, Mum, move, because I need to murk her off now. He goes to do it. His mum stabs him, mate. His own mum has murked him off, mate. And I love to see it, mate.
Do you remember his player's name?
I can't remember his name, mate.
007,
oh, it's 007. Oh, his number, sorry. Yeah, his number's 007. Yeah.
Bond got murked off, mate.
James Bond got murked off by some old woman with a hairpin, bro. Like, dawn him.
But I'd rather, because that old woman, I thought she was a great character. Like,
she's sick, isn't she?
Her to survive over him, because he was
yeah, and she did, but unfortunately, like, it got too much for her. She ended up obviously hanging herself, didn't she? So, on the beds, which was a sad moment, because again, she was a really good character. Preferred her out of a lot of the characters, to be honest with you. Now I want to just get to something insufferable quickly, mate. The VIPs in this, mate. Insufferable. The masks are dumb. They make no sense. They literally went into the game as guards, so they know what each other looks like, because they took the masks off, mate, because one nearly got battered by a contestant. So then why are they wearing them stupid half mask things? I don't understand them, mate. It's baffling.
And they're proper like nut jobs, aren't they?
They're weirdos, man. Proper weirdos.
But just going back to that trans character, there's a bit in it where, like, obviously she's on the blue team with the pregnant woman and the old woman out. But as that guy comes out of the corner with a knife, doesn't he? The red guy, mate, he runs up, he gets judo thrown, mate. I bet he was like, "What's going on here?" He probably thought it was an easy kill, mate. And
he thought, "Oh, there's 3 women here." Next minute, he's been launched off a mile down the road, mate. Battered.
He gets that pot on the floor and stabbed up, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like, "What the fuck, man? What's happening here?"
One minute's running, next minute his world's turning upside down, mate. Yeah, that was a quality scene. But this hide and seek game was really good. I'm so glad that Gramps betrayed the Shaman one, because she needed to go, mate. She needed to go.
But it's number on. Oh, fucking hate him, mate. I'll talk about him in a minute, mate. I'm gonna get pissed off in a sec. I swear.
But the main character, Gion, he because of the whole thing that happened last season, he's after that guy called Dae-hun, who made out as a marine or whatever, but obviously panics at the last minute, and all the plans were shattered. He murks that guy after he murks him off by throttling the life out of him. But yeah, that was it was this hide and seek game was a really good scene.
Yeah,
Like,
I felt
it's
sorry for
standard
that
of that
Bayonne
as
guy,
well.
you know, really, because obviously when you see when we saw obviously in the thingy, like he's obviously severely got like PTSD or there's something there, isn't he? Mate? He's
Hey ho,
genuinely
yeah.
just terrified, wasn't he? Like you sort of did feel sorry for him in a way. I mean, he did. It is his fault. Loads of people got murked off though. So
But that but from the result of this game, the money mate gets mad, doesn't it? Like,
oh yeah,
if you saw
piling
that
in,
coming in
mate.
your bank account, mate, I'd literally die straight away. I'd be like, I'd be dead right now. But yeah, what was you going to say? You were going to say something earlier about some one of your favourite characters. I think you was on about the Thanos' mate, wasn't you? Was you going to talk about him or someone else?
Thanos' ugly mate.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
thought
him.
you were
He's a
going to mention
twat.
him.
No, like you know, one of my least favorite characters, believe it or not, in this entire thing was the old man. You know, number 100.
Yeah, the Gramps guy. Yeah.
Mate, I hated him. Every scene he's in, mate. I hated him. He's such a follower, mate. He's a little rat. Like he's honestly a terrifyingly awful character, mate. I would have
I like.
batter him. Why are people teaming up with him, mate? They don't even like him. They literally taking a piss out of him sometimes. Like it just that group as well. We'll get to it in a bit. But there's like a group that band together, isn't they? Like awful.
Yeah,
Player
we'll get
203, mate. Player 203. Google Squid Game Season 3, Player 203. He looks exactly like what a snake would look like if he turned into a human, mate. Like, look him up. He's ugly, mate. Like,
it's like what Jafar in the end of Aladdin, mate.
there's so
Big,
many.
big
Like,
snake.
mate, 333. And we'll get back to. Do you know what? Wait, I'll wait for that, actually. There's a specific
Yeah.
reason why it pisses me off.
But I did like the scenes outside the games as well, like the fisherman mate, proper dodgy, proper little sneaky little bugger, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Which we knew that from the last one, didn't we? Last season, but.
What do you reckon to the CGI dog as well?
Mate, that CGI dog made me laugh, mate. Proper stupid, wasn't it? Just get a real dog, man. Like, it can't be that expensive, mate. Just to get a dog.
Him, when he was attacking him, it was like a CGI dog. It's like, what the hell's going on? Well, okay, let's go to. Should we talk about the next game?
What was the next game?
The next game was
That
the jump rope game,
mate. Easiest game on this entire show, mate. That jump. Honestly, I think I could have sprinted across the entire bridge whilst in one swing. I'd have needed maybe one jump max. I wouldn't even need to have jumped the gap because my strides would have been so large from how fast I was running that I'd have just cleared that easy. This game, 222, mate, the pregnant woman, bear in mind she's given birth by this point.
Bastard baby, yeah.
Pissed
in the hands.
me off, mate, in this.
Yeah.
She
Sure.
murks herself off at the end of the game, doesn't she? Because she's hurt her ankle, right? I appreciate your ankle's hurt. If you was going to do that anyway, why didn't you just at least try to get across? Like, because at least you've tried to then get across and then you failed, fair enough. Don't just jump off. There was still a chance you could have got across there, mate. Like, easily. Wound me up that day. Also, if I was getting talked, I'd have held on to it like that and stayed on the rope like that, flying around. Whoa! Whoa! Like on Fair Ride, mate, or something.
One thing about before this game started, the VIPs decided that because the baby now there, that's got to join the games. I hated that. I was like, you're joking, mate, surely.
Yeah, that's
why would it be so sick to do that though?
I mean, to be fair, that probably actually added one of the most interesting like story dynamics to this season by adding that baby as a contestant. Oh yeah, the proper sickos, freak. Every single person involved is a freak, aren't they? But one of the most interesting points I thought happened after this, but obviously we'll talk about this first.
But your favourite character died off, didn't he? Here, he got murked off.
I ain't got any favourite characters, mate.
The freaking Thanos' mate.
Oh, Thanos' ugly mate.
He got murked off, mate.
What a loser, man.
Do you want to tell him about that?
What a loser. His own withdrawals, wasn't he? He's off his head, wasn't he? Proper off his head, because he couldn't have them. He obviously, that other little weirdo fucking nicked all his drugs, didn't he? He nicked all his drugs so he couldn't have them. And he was proper fuming when he kicking off. But he was like itching, delusional, and he just, yeah.
That bit as well, like when the guy One of my favourite bits of this game is when the guy got across and he suddenly turns into a betrayer and he starts pushing people off.
Yeah.
I think it was
Like, mate, what are you doing? So, well, it's going to be more money, isn't there? He's a nutter, he
and
was.
there's a bit where there's literally about 10 people on the bridge just like jumping because this guy. But I thought this is the part where that Gramps guy would get murked off, but he didn't. Somehow he
He was
survived.
tired, wasn't he? But you know, if I was at the
But
front of that queue, when it goes up, mate, I'd have just sprinted full force at that bloke and knocked him over. Like, you could easily got past him. He weren't even doing that much, was he, really?
Just do an arcade or a dropkick on him, mate. And he's done, mate. He's done.
I just Hurricane him, mate.
Test big boot, isn't it, mate? Knock him out, mate. But I just found it funny. Suddenly a guy just decides he wants more money and starts murking people off. but yeah, it did annoy me. Like the pregnant woman, Jun Hee, she literally kills herself here. Even like the MG Coin guy, who is the father of the baby, didn't even bother pushing hard enough to try and save her.
No, he's a shit dad, mate. He didn't even try, did he? And we'll get to it a bit on one of the next games, mate, on why he is a definite shit dad. But like, yeah, but the one of the things here I enjoyed was, you know, where after the game, where Elon Musk reveals himself to 456, so like the guards get him, don't they? And they say, look, he wants to see you. Like, I thought that was a pretty cool moment. Like, we saw some backstory of him and how he was once in the game and obviously was offered the same chance with the knife, because he says to 456, here's a knife. When they're asleep, just slit the throats, mate. Just get it over and done with. And it's almost like he was trying to recruit 456 into like being himself, but obviously he's actually not a nutter, is he? Like, in a sense, he's got a conscience and he's got morals and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I did think that was quite an interesting scene.
The reason why he does this though, because the leader of the game is here. Obviously, he's on the cameras, isn't he?
He knows everything.
That Gramps guy, our favorite, that guy we all hate him. Top man, but he's like instigating it. He's instigating. Oh yeah, with the other people. Like, let's kill the baby off. Let's kill 456 off. Let's kill that guy who's now on drugs.
Smack it off, yeah.
Yeah, like they were all like, so like Elon Musk's like, yeah, okay, I'll give him a knife and then he can murk him off and like kind of win it. But yeah, that Gramps guy, mate. Oh, mate. Now, his final moments are in this next scene, which is the last game of the series, which is the Sky Squid Game. Basically, 3 towers. You got to murk people off to progress to the next tower. And we have this. We have some pole action here, don't we?
Oh yeah.
That's a pole dancing on this episode. But do you want to start us off?
They've got to like you say, you got to push them off, and they've got to push one. If one person gets pushed off, but they have to die from falling off, you can't kill them at the top and then push them off. You have to push them off when they're alive, and obviously kill them at the bottom, and then move on. But then they get in a predicament because obviously 456 has got the baby strapped to him. We can't kill him because then that's 2 people dead. And then we only picked 3, so that means one of us has got to die further on. It transpires into this whole thing, doesn't it? They want to kill that smackhead lad. I mean, he gets murked. He's done, dusted, isn't he? Like, but
yeah, if I was like 456, man, I'd get the pole, mate, spin around like, whoa. Knock everyone off. But I thought in this episode of this game, though, I thought there was a lot of like chit chatting and like messing around.
Loads of chit chatting.
Literally, it wasted a lot of the episode just like chit chatting.
Just chit chatting, mate. The thing is, as well, what really got to me is 333 is a dumb fuck, mate. Like they basically they go through it, so they murk one of them off. They go to the next round, and then they end up like obviously 456 pulls this bad boy knife out because he's got this knife, hasn't he? And he starts like swinging at folk and that. But by the second round, they end up murking like bare people off, like just killing them, like. And then they decide to batter this guy, don't they? And they're like, "Oh no, we're going to use him as a." They keep calling him a lunchbox, don't they? Like we're going to keep him alive. We're going to batter him. We're going to drag him across, and then we're going to sacrifice him. Like we'll use him. We'll kill him at the end, like on the last round, so we all get to split the money. But then a big scrap like kicks off, doesn't it? And loads of people end up getting murked off this round, mate. But what I don't get, so that guy who's battered, he's like, I don't want to be a lunchbox. He like chucks himself off, like he's done himself in. And then they're basically left with the baby, 456, the old man 100, and 333, baby's dad. 333 kills 100 at that bit. Like, what are you doing, mate? Like, you keep 100, go to the next round, and then your baby, and 456 can just go through because you murked the old man off. What? Literally, mate, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was like literally trying not to scream at the TV, like pissing me off, mate. It's so dumb the characters are on this.
You know what made me laugh as well? Like, you know when people get chucked off these towers, like it shows you the bodies down below. And like, I'm not being funny, mate, but if you get chucked off a tower, your body's in bits, mate. You're splattered everywhere.
To be fair, mate, I don't think they're even that high up, you know.
In the shit, they're just lying on the floor like that, with like a bit of blood coming out of it. Like,
I like it. Sometimes one of them's like hands like that in it. Like my hand's a bit wonky.
The majority just lying there like that on the floor with like a bit of blood coming out of it. Mate, if you were at the floor from that height,
splat.
you'd be...
I mean, if I'd have fell from that height, I'd have just landed like that into a roll straight away and then just walked off, mate. Done. Easy, mate. It weren't even that high, mate. I'm telling you now, I could jump from the floor up there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the end of the old dude, player 100, was a great scene for me.
I loved it, mate. So satisfying.
The 2 seasons he's been annoying me.
I hate him.
I mean, I don't wish death on anyone, but that guy.
I do. He is one of them. However, he's a fictional character, so it's fine. Ultimately, we get to the last pillar. We've got 333, 456, 222. 333 is trying to get the baby off 456, which he does. Brings over and he's like, what are you going to do, mate? If you kill me now, you've then got to either kill yourself or the baby. And he's genuinely planning on killing his own baby. This is how fucked in the head this MG coin knobhead is. But as the time's running out and the bridge is closing, 456 is like this one, mate. In slow motion. Doom, doom. Like that. And he jumps across, gets over there, murks 333 off. Big MLG MMA style, mate. Fills him in. He's done and dusted. He's brown bread. Him and the baby, mate. And all these VIPs are like, no one's ever won it twice. No one's ever won it twice. This is how sick in the head these VIPs are. They are just assuming 456 is going to dash a baby clean off the edge. Gets the baby, puts it in. Gives it one of them, doesn't he, mate? Slow-mo, mate. Ultimately, RIP to a true legend, 456. I did think this ending was the realistic ending to do, in a sense. Like, we didn't need like a fairy tale ending. The VIPs were like, oh, we've never seen someone win it twice before. And I'm glad they didn't just go, oh, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Like, we'll get someone to win it twice, sort of thing. And that's what Elon Musk was doing. And I think 456 knew that in a bit of a way, but also at the same time, he is still humane. He's not lost his humanity. He's not going to murk a baby off, mate. Like, what nutter's going to do that? So he's obviously sacrificed it all. Although, I've got one gripe with 456, mate. Shit, Dad. He's also got a kid, mate. Like, your kid is now never going to see you ever again. Like, you shit, mate.
I did like the ending though. Like, there's some parts of the ending which I did enjoy. Like, obviously, the sick baby is fine. Like the one in the hospital.
Yeah, like
kid
the North Korea guard, like that entire thing. She was great. Yeah. Like, I liked that entire part as well. Like saving the artist. Obviously, the artist was great. Great character building for her. Awesome. Obviously, you see at the end the artist drawing her like portrait, and then his daughter runs up and he's like, "Oh," she says the daughter's name. He's like, "Oh, do you know that?" She says, "Oh, I worked here." Like, and I remember him talking about how your daughter was sick, etc. I thought that was a really, really like wholesome,
cutesy man.
Yeah, like really nice moment, like a full round circle thing. And that was probably my favourite storyline in the entire show, to be honest with you. Apart from the games are fun. They are fun to watch.
But it was good to see like the sick kid, the sick daughter, obviously, because obviously the North Korean woman lost her daughter, so she went into the games to help to save the sick kid, and obviously it worked. It worked out. Obviously that they got away safely. The best part of the ending, to be honest. There's other parts.
There's a few bits
We
like
saw
where Elon Musk, where he goes to visit
456.
456's daughter in LA, and
Yeah.
I thought taking the uniform covering her dad's blood was a bit odd, mate. Like, why are you delivering that to a door? Like,
They're
that is
falling
there's a bit odd in it. Like, but gives her a bank card with obviously all the dosh on it.
out. Really.
That
Yeah.
was him into. I think he's the one that's gone back to the room, got all the money, put it into a bank account, gave it to her. I thought that was a pretty. It's a weird moment in it. I really don't know how to feel about his character because even though he's involved in all this like senseless like murder and killing and stuff, you almost do feel like there is a bit of humanity behind him. Obviously, he's the officer's brother, isn't he? So the officer's looking for his brother the entire time. Which I thought at the start, I was like, oh yeah, this is a pretty good storyline. Like, he's going to try and get there. Mate, he gets there, there's 30 minutes left until it's blown up. And then he ends, like, he sees his brother with like the baby go down. And like, that's it. Like, it was all for nothing, basically. He's murked off half his crew's been killed off. Obviously, Captain's brown as now as well. Then he ends up with 222's baby and the bank card with the prize money on there. Bearing in mind, they don't even tell him the PIN number. He had to guess it. Like, what do you
Can't
mean,
all
mate?
for him, can they?
At least put the PIN number, bro. There's like 45 billion won on there, mate. I want at least the PIN number to withdraw a freaking
But
4 bit.
his face, mate, when he saw that money. I mean, I'd faint out if I saw that in my bank account.
I do. Sometimes I always think to myself, like, if I actually won the lottery, how would I react? What I always think to myself, would my heart be able to handle me winning £40 million? Like, would I just have a heart attack on the spot and die? Because that'd be like devastating, wouldn't it?
He just freeze that. He just freeze that, and that's it forever. But yeah, when Korean Elon Musk, or Inho as his name is in the show, when he goes to visit LA, he's driving off through the streets, and we see Kate Blanchett, who's like another recruiter for Squid Games
Yeah,
in
why is
America.
she there, mate? Like, what are you doing there, Kate?
Like the most random like actress in the world, like Kate Blanchett. Like, what are you doing?
Also, they're
Mate, I saw
playing
you
a
in Lord of the Rings,
game
mate.
that South Koreans play. Like, I didn't know about that game until this. Like, the Americans definitely don't know about this game only because of Squid Games. Like, they won't be playing that in the streets. Like, pick something that's relevant to that country at least, man. Like,
Yeah, so obviously that's obviously referring to the American Squid Games. I did see. I don't know if it's true or
dumb,
not. I
mate.
saw something on Facebook.
I don't even know if I'll watch that. I can't be bothered with that.
I saw something on Facebook like the kind of characters who could play who, and I think like Korean Elon Musk was going to be played by Salma Hayek. I was like, what?
This is going to turn into. This is going to be like a women's one or something. Do you reckon? Like, women only. Like Orange is the New Black, bro. But like Squid Games.
Yeah, but I think of it like Ocean's 11 became like Ocean's 7 or whatever with like loads of women in. But no, I think there's other characters. But I was like, Salma Hayek playing like Korean Elon Musk. I mean, she's a good actress, but
Nutty, yeah.
I wouldn't have her as a.
But
I'd
yeah,
probably have as one of the characters.
the problem is right is when the Americans. Typically, when the Americans Americanize things, they're shit. Like Shameless, awful. In-Betweeners, awful. I mean, The Office is an exception. The American Office is fantastic, very, very good. But like, typically, it's not very good. So like, I'm not interested in it at all. Like, I still believe it should have ended it on season 1.
I'll probably watch it just to see what games are in it. But
yeah, I think you've got to. But like, bar the games being entertaining, most of the writing was just either not very good or simply just irrelevant, in my opinion, for these last 2 seasons. Like,
I think it would be rather than it being America. I thought it'd be better in like something like Japan or something like that. Imagine like a game like Katanas or something.
I did appreciate obviously the way that like the Squid Games crew got away as well. Like they were so close to like stopping them essentially, and now they've got away, blew the island up, and essentially like, look, we've been doing this 30 years. Why do you even think that you can stop us? Like, we've got one bloke who's related to the main geezer and 456. Like, you're not stopping this, mate. It's been going for way too long. Like, obviously, there's only one spin-off of Squid Games I'd be really interested in, and that's the first one. Like, how did it, like, like watching a prequel of like the very first Squid Games.
Yeah,
I think that'd be quite interesting. But I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I did. I did
pretty
enjoy
good.
it. Yeah, I'd give it a 7.3 to this.
I'll give it 7.2.5.
All right, yeah. So if you've watched it yourselves and you're listening or watching, let us know in the comments what you thought, who your favourite characters were. Did you like the ending? Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Drop a like, drop a comment in the video, and we'll have a look at it. But I've got one final game for Ian to finish this podcast off. It's gaming related. Obviously, we are controllers and katanas. So let's get straight into this game that I've got for him. Let me just get my notes up. So this game is, I'm going to ask Ian to name 10 characters from gaming that doesn't use weapons to take down their enemy. And the rules are that you can name a character from a franchise, but then that's it. You can't name any other characters from that franchise. So over to you, Ian. 10. What 10 answers?
10.
If you're struggling, I can help you out.
I mean, first one that's come straight to mind is Knuckles from Sonic.
Okay.
Mario. That's a different franchise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Characters.
Axel Stone, does he count from Streets of Rage?
Yeah. I've got that down on my list.
Trying to think now, like
I'll give you a clue. Like, obviously, think of fighting games.
Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Chun-Li's from Street Fighter, isn't she? Jin from Tekken? I suppose that's a good shot. Does Pac-Man count? I mean, he's fighting ghosts with his mouth, I guess.
Yeah.
There's no weapons, is there? I mean, is that 6?
Think of.
So I've done Mario already. I'd cast Donkey Kong as the same thing, to be fair. So when I think of Super Smash Bros.
It's not Mario, is it?
Well, Donkey Kong was like the first villain to Mario, wasn't he? Really,
yeah,
when you think about it. I'm not counting it, mate. I'm not counting it for myself.
I'll give you an idea.
Crash Bandicoot, does he count?
Yeah. What was the
Captain
first Mega
Falcon?
Drive game?
Falcon Punch, bad boy.
I know he uses pistols, doesn't he?
What, Falcon Punch, mate?
Nah, go on. Yeah, you got it.
I mean, you might have Spyro the Dragon. No, just fire count. The fire's really a weapon, isn't it? To be fair.
Yeah. What about the first Mega Drive game that you can think of?
What, Bubsy? That's a cat. Yeah. He jumps on people.
I've got that on my list because I remember you mentioning it. One more. You can do it. I have faith.
Oh, mate, one more. I've actually done way better than I thought.
I give you a clue. Guy swallows people and then becomes them.
I mean, that's Kirby, in it, but like, I don't know if I want. I don't know, because then Kirby, he does that technically, but then he uses their power. So sometimes he'll have a sword, sometimes he won't have a sword.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Although to be fair, that's not his ability, is it? Because I like it when he turns into that little brick and squashes people.
Yeah, just like a rocket on.
But you gave me a hint on that anyway, so I can't accept it, mate. I can't accept it.
Come on, need one more, mate. One more.
So we've done a Sonic character. That one's got guns.
Platformer. So.
There's loads, isn't there? That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to think. Like, what weapons are they using? What weapons aren't they using? I've said Mario already, I think, Anna.
Yeah. Or think of other fighting games.
I say Tekken. I've already said a Tekken. I put Jin from Tekken, didn't I?
Yeah. I said one for Street Fighter. There's other.
Streets of Rage, done that. Streets Fighter. So Sub-Zero count? Mortal Kombat? Suppose they use
Johnny Cage.
They use like magic, don't they, and shit, I suppose.
Johnny Cage used that splits, doesn't he? Punches him in the balls.
Legend, isn't he, old Johnny Cage, mate?
But that's it. You've got 10, mate. Unless you want to think of some more. Do you want to know what I've got? I've got some on my list.
Wait.
Rayman.
Trying to think. Oh,
Oh,
Rayman was a good shot. Yeah. But I'm going to do him. I was trying to think of characters from Soul Calibur, to be honest, but I think they all use weapons from what I can remember. There might be one karate dude on there. I can't remember.
You got a Virtual Fighter. You got like Jackie Bryant and Leon. If you play them games.
Yeah, I know you've got
Uh,
all the anime games of stuff like different characters that fight, but I didn't want to go down that route. I wanted to try and keep it a little bit like
you ever play a
different.
game called Buggerman?
Pokemon, no.
No, like first snot time and stuff like that.
What about Abe's Odyssey,
Yeah,
mate?
Abe's Odyssey. You got what's it called? Zool. Do you ever play that? Where you play like
Do,
an ant, a really fast ant.
do you know what game I've randomly remembered the other day? I don't think this is really relevant to this, but do you ever play 40 Winks, mate? On like the
40
PS1
Wit.
back in the day, yeah.
It does sound familiar, but
Yeah,
I don't know if I have played them.
I remember it like massively. You're like a little boy and girl, mate. It's like a platform type video game. It was on like I think it was on N64 as well, but I had it on PS1, mate. But yeah, I don't know why. I
I
just
don't know
remember
if
it
I
the
have.
other day. Weird game, mate.
Weird game, mate. Weird. I'm not
Weird,
playing it,
mate.
but
Anything that came
I
out in
don't think I have.
1999.
But yeah, that's Ian's top 13.
That was easy, mate. What do you mean?
Characters. But yeah, we're not short on it. We'll shorten it down and just a bit of entertainment in it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's it. That's it for our podcast this week. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're listening or watching, thanks for being here. You are joined by myself, Marty O'Cool, and Ian A.K. Relic. And we've only got one thing each to say to you. And mine is Godspeed.
Peace and prosperity.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.
Love you, bye.